up? Welcome into Pick Central, Monday, October 7th, brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. The roller coaster of an NFL season is moving right along, and it promises to be a full month of tricks, treats, and, of course, touchdowns. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is the number one place to bet touchdowns. Running it in from the 1 or an 80-yard bomb, we don't care how they score touchdowns. We want to bet on them. DraftKings heard us and is delivering.
Wait a second. You still in?
Yeah.
Let's go, Ev.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. He's still.
All right.
There's
might
six,
as well have somebody take it
there's
down.
6 people left. Let's go.
I just felt like Clemmer said before that, Tommy, there's 6 of us left. I didn't
Yeah, and guess what? All 6 people, Yankee fans.
Really?
Did I tell you something?
Is that true?
Crazy.
Was it me, Tommy Hubbs?
You, Tommy, Hubbs.
Hubbs is still in it?
I think TJ, Jerry, and then there's somebody else that's a Yankee fan that's in it.
Jerry's a Yankee fan?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Like, yeah. Not like us, but I know
He likes going to the games.
He's a stereotypical Yankee fan.
DraftKings Service isn't delivering. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown tonight. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Tonight, available odds. Jerry and I are on a parlay of Watson and Kelsey tonight. Let's see exactly what that pays out. I have that right here. I'll tell you right now.
Take your time.
No, I mean I want to get it. I want to get it accurate.
Take your time.
I want to get it accurate.
He's doing it for the people.
Yeah. No, you say he has it right here. He's been clicking away.
Here it is.
There it is.
Travis Kelce, Justin Watson, plus 800. DraftKings Sportsbook app. So pull that up.
When's the last time Travis Kelce scored a touchdown?
He's due. He's due.
Yeah, not
He's
even
due.
close.
Prime time, he's
There's
due.
less than 10 catches in 4
He's
games.
due tonight. He's due tonight. Here's a reason for new
Who
customers.
did you pick?
What?
Who did you pick out of those 2?
We both, Jerry goes, you're going to hate this. We both wrote down Watson. On the notes, I turned the page around. It said Watson, and then we added Kelce. Couple of,
I don't hate the Watson one.
Yeah, it's good.
Exactly. Here's a reason for new customers to do a touchdown dance of their own. Bet $5 and get 200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with the DraftKings Sportsbook app, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right. Loaded weekend of sports. You can go NFL. You can go college. I think we start with the Mets and Phillies.
Yes. Look at this room. Yes. we got the fucking. These streams are unbelievable, and then the fucking games. Listen, it wasn't the best game of all time yesterday. Everyone's saying that. It was an amazing game.
Yeah.
A very amazing game.
I wrote a paragraph that in the top of the night that we were done. Like it was like recapping, like the Philly bats are a little too much, and then Vientos goes deep.
Yeah, listen, and I'm not like Tommy who like fucking hates the Mets. I truly don't care if you guys win or lose. You guys have some weird magic happening right now, and even though you lost, like that 6-4 home run didn't even look like a home run when it came off the bat right away.
Just kept carrying.
Yeah, and then I mean also
It's only 379 feet. Fucking Ebo could pop one.
and the only problem is right now your bullpen is probably fucking exhausted.
Yes.
So Phil and I were talking about that today. You figure you got Stanek on 2 days rest now. Reed Garrett's on 2 days rest, and we're thinking maybe Peterson could throw an inning. So we might be able to cobble enough. If Minaya has to pitch well tomorrow.
Has
obviously.
Diaz really pitched 100 pitches and
Over
He's
100?
pitched a lot.
It's like 130 pitches in a 5-day stretch.
What does everybody think about going to Diaz in the 7th inning?
You have to do it. It's the right move. It just didn't work out.
I agree with that as well. I think they're best against our
He
best.
got the out he
Who
needed in the
is he,
7th,
though?
but then
What is he to you? Is he definitely your closer?
yeah.
I just don't love him. I don't love putting my closer in.
I mean, Mariano used to throw like 4, 5, 6 out saves in the playoffs all the time.
you just.
It's their best against.
No, but I'm saying
Has to
like closer. I'm talking about closer usage.
I understand, but I just think that.
And Mariano obviously is the greatest of all time by a mile.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't love because it does fuck with like when you're a closer, you're just thinking ninth inning, and then all of a sudden you're getting ready to 7th, and it didn't work out. But
Unless you're Craig Kimball, then you just stink in the 7th. Then
yeah, you could sink any inning.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't hate it. I also just sometimes don't love moving a guy from the 9th to the 7th.
The counterpoint is, who else did you want pitching in that spot?
Yeah, against their best.
But he also lost it. No,
What's that?
He lost
didn't
it.
do well, right?
In the 8th.
He did okay in the 7th. He did bad in the 8th.
Yeah.
But who else do you turn to?
No, I know you guys are exhausted. I don't know. I don't know if your mic's on.
This fucking mic is the wiring is all fucked up on it. All right, I think that's better. Yeah, I say, who else do you turn to? I mean, we after Diaz was gone, we had to go to McGill. It's all we had left. So I don't know. Diaz comes out, we're like, all right, he has to get 7 outs. I'm thinking to myself, that's not gonna happen.
No,
No, he wasn't gonna get 7.
He couldn't get 4.
Yeah, get you to the next guy. I don't hate the move.
I think they were planning on him trying to get 7.
I don't hate the move. I really don't.
I think it was more to desperation. I was like, all right, because what else do you
And
do?
what you guys are alluding to is exactly why the Phillies have no excuse to lose this series.
Yeah.
None. Absolutely none. It's embarrassing if they were to lose. And I'm not saying that like they're just so much more talented. They're just so much more talented. There's no reason that they should lose this series. But the Mets got fucking magic.
The magic happens in playoffs.
Jeff Hoffman and Matt Strom have been all-stars. They've been great all year. If you can't trust those two to go out there and throw, you don't deserve to win. This lineup, if they're going out and scoring 1 run in 8 innings in the first game after last year's complete catastrophe against the Diamondbacks, that's embarrassing. That's on you guys. That's on you. That's not on me. That's not on fucking anybody else. That's on you guys. Be some fucking prideful ball players making millions of dollars one time and come out and win more fucking ball games in the playoffs. And I know you won yesterday, and congrats, but you shouldn't have won probably.
I mean,
Should probably be down 2-0.
So that's the weird thing with
the Mets could easily be
Mets
up.
I think.
No, that's what I'm saying. The
a
Mets
weird
should be up
series.
2-0. The way the Phillies have played, the last 2 games have been tight, have been very, I wouldn't say uncharacteristic because they just go in cold streaks, hitting. But the bullpen, man, Jesus.
That's why
The bullpen's got to figure it out now.
That's why I feel confident because we've hit every Phillies reliever to come out the bullpen the first 2 games outside of Estevez. Like we've gotten to. That's why I have reasons to feel
But
confident.
sometimes when you have these teams where like the Phillies are on paper
The more talented
maybe
team.
times 5 more talented than the Mets, the pressure really does like sometimes when the Phillies hit 1 run in the first game, it's like it kind of gets in your head like fuck, like we cannot do that again, and then you're scoring none to what was it, the 5th?
Till the 8th. Till
Was
the
it
9th.
8th?
Yeah.
it was
It was 1-0 going in the 8th, and it was 5-1.
game.
and they were giving.
No,
Zach,
I'm saying the second game.
You scored in the.
Oh, they
Six.
didn't score till the 6th.
6. So you score 1 run in over 15 innings, and then that pressure all of a sudden, and then hypothetically, just really fast, if I had to ask you a question, and I said, yes or no, just answer yes or no. Are you scared of Bryce Harper?
That was a crazy statement.
Can I explain that?
Crazy statement.
Can I at least explain
I
it?
almost forgot about it.
I mean, listen,
Oh, my mentions haven't.
I'm just gonna, before you go, I'm
Right.
just gonna say, I am terrified of Bryce Harper. That's all I want.
I have a wiffle ball bat.
Let me explain myself. And honestly, I definitely was wrong. Obviously, on a lot of levels. First off, I was just simply saying I didn't put him in the same tier as like Shohei or Judge, who had infinitely better seasons than Harper did. I was also like, here was the situation. So it's 3-0, man on first. And the conversation we were having was, should you walk Harper? And I said no. I said, we have Severino throwing a shutout. You can't then put the tying run at the plate just to like force that to happen. That seemed like bad baseball to me. So that's what I was trying to
How many outs
explain.
were there?
2 outs.
right?
It was 2 outs. It was 2 outs.
That's-
Somebody on. They let Trey get on. That's how it started.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why especially the way the at-bat was going. I think you go after him, and then the way the at-bat was going, he was on some pitches right there. And then it got
So
to
would you have
3-2.
walked? I mean,
when it got to like the 3, I think it was 3-2. I honestly, I don't know. Obviously in hindsight, it's easy.
honestly, either way, it doesn't matter because
he
what did
came
Castellanos do? Hit a nuke anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, you pitched him differently.
I guess you're right. That's fair.
in the at bat, I swear I did say walk him, but just because I truly am, because he's the one that can start getting confidence. The way he came out was amazing.
Yeah, put it this way. Up until the 6th inning of last night, the Mets should have been required not to throw a strike the entire season. Serious. That's how bad the Phillies' batting approach was. Up until the 6th inning.
A lot of stuff. So in full disclosure or whatever, full apology, I should never have discounted Bryce Harper, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You guys know how much I love Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is an incrable player. That was stupid of me to say that.
Saying that
I
immediately right after.
The timing was perfect.
gonna go.
But I was simply saying and honestly though, he is in the same camp as Shohei and Judge. Honestly, like I devalued him there, and I should know. That was. I mean,
Connor,
I was.
I'm gonna go a
yeah.
step further and say he's in a higher tier because.
I didn't.
Wait. Let me Let me say this.
I already know what he's gonna say. But
Yeah,
go
I've
ahead.
noticed. Bryce Harper has an OPS of 1,000 in the playoffs in his career. 17
that's
home
not what
runs.
it does.
He's
All right.
always showed. He's probably one of the best postseason hitters of the century.
Well, Shohei's OPS in the playoffs is really good too. He's played 2
It's
games.
778. He's 2 for 9 at the plate.
Yeah, with a home run.
And Aaron Judge since 20. But okay, we're talking about 778 OPS for a guy with like 1,000 OPS.
But
That's a
also talking
drop-off.
about 2 games. My point is that
Yes,
playoffs in general are a small sample
I-
size, so
I
you can't really
agree.
look at that.
And then Aaron Judge since like the turn of the decade has been not good in the playoffs to this point.
I don't want to see him facing my team. He's a great player. I don't care about playoff stats. I know he's a great player.
I know. I'm just saying, like when the lights get bright, like Bryce Harper, I don't want to. I
I don't either.
I,
I don't either. Bryce Harper's an amazing player. I should not have discounted him like
You
that.
weren't scared.
What's that?
You weren't scared.
It wasn't that. It was. If you listen to the clip, I say there's different
I
tiers of.
listened to it like 5 times.
So then you know what I was saying. I said there's different tiers. I said I don't put him in the Shohei Judge tier.
I mean, the way
Who do you think's a better player, Aaron Judge or Bryce Harper?
I mean, you can't ask me.
I just did.
I mean, Aaron Judge.
Okay, that's all I was saying.
I think, honestly, though, I put him in the same tier.
I do too now. I probably should have yesterday. I was also having my guys back. I believed in Severino, which is
Like
always
I'm
stupid of
saying-
me, but I was like, all right, I think we can get through this.
This might sound stupid, but the way him hitting a home run and the guy, who bats eight for the Phillies.
It was it Rojas yesterday? No,
Rojas
Rojas
is
hits
at
a home run.
Stott or
no, but it wasn't it. That's the thing. It was
Bryce Harper coming around third base.
Castellanos is up next.
I understand that, but
He's no slouch.
Bryce Harper coming around third base, being like, "Let's fucking go," going like this to the crowd. It does do something. It instills some like.
it takes the pressure off.
It gets your guys on the bench being like, "Holy shit, we're back!
We're back in
We
it."
are so in it because that's our guy that did it too."
Also, on the topic of benching, I thought the Phillies were done before the game even started yesterday when they benched Alec Boehm.
Kind of love
I was
it.
shocked. Why?
That was such like a scared move in my mind. Just like we got to mix something up and just panic. I thought they were done.
Yeah, I
Thankfully, it kind of worked out. He pinched hit for Edmundo Sosa anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But
That's crazy to me. If you're gonna bench a guy, bench him. Don't pinch hit him for the guy that you started over him.
the only way I can think that makes a lot of sense is they are, in a positive way, is they are such a tight clubhouse that maybe Alec Boehm is just like, yeah, I'm struggling.
well, you think he's still hurting, like the hand injury? That
He was like 2 for
Might
30,
be.
right?
Oh, he was struggling big time coming to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? The Phillies are so good. So then the next thing. So the Mets obviously took the lead again when Nemo hit the home run. And then, you have Harper, Castellanos, and then who hits the triple? But it's Stott.
Bryson Stott.
Yeah.
So it's like, you just don't. That's the other thing, too. If
The heart of your lineup.
If you
was
walk
a
Harper,
little too much yesterday.
it's just
a little too much.
The whole lineup is like the whole lineup is like a beast. So it's like, yeah, you walk Harper, but then you still got to face Castellanos and Stott. It's like it
Yeah,
just.
there was.
I mean, but you're just naming names and players. If you don't perform, it means absolutely
no,
dick.
but there was a lot
They
of
performed.
You performed.
You got a whole
you
triple on those guys.
you performed yesterday, but you're putting
Performed took a
those
while.
guys up against like Francisco Alvarez, who's like hitting.
He's very good, though.
How many 0-2 hits did you guys have on fucking
It was
Friday night or Saturday night?
all hits
lot.
in that eighth inning
Like
or
what?
2 strikes.
That's crazy.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. And all it is, I mean, I give credit to Mendoza. It's just a fundamental approach to hitting in the playoffs. Phillies
Yeah.
were trying to fucking win it all with one swing, and the Mets just did the damn thing and won the game. And that's the only way you really can win right now.
There was a
probably.
lot of signs in the ballpark over the weekends. Like yesterday was Bryson Stott's birthday. Smitty, was your 40th birthday. Congrats on the big 4-0. Like
you.
it was a
Happy
lot
birthday,
of
Smitty.
there's a lot of magic.
Welcome
going
to the
for
club.
Phillies.
Thank
Well,
you.
also McNeil had a baby.
You did?
He's not on a team though.
Nemo lost.
Crying.
He's
Well,
trying.
he's on the Mets. I mean,
He's not on a
like-
roster.
it's only Phil. Only Phil. That when I
Congrats-
say a guy on
congrats
the
to Jeff
team,
McNeil
he's
on
still
his
like
wife giving
part of
birth,
the
yes.
team. You know, like they still.
Well, Zach Wheeler was part of the team in 2015 when they made the World Series, but they didn't give him and his family playoff tickets.
Yeah, that was an owner and 4 GMs ago.
So Wilpon. That's what that was.
But Zach Wheeler said he never forgets.
He shouldn't forget. And that's.
Amazing when you fuck with somebody's family, they just never forget.
It's true. It's true.
Very true.
What's that? What happened?
What do you take or I guess a good sign Alonso actually did something when it mattered?
Yeah, it's huge. Of course.
big.
He's
I
a
don't know if he
slugger.
can
Sluggers either look great or horrible. It's just
I
how
worry
it
he
goes.
can string it together though is the issue.
Our bats have looked good in the 2 games.
it's Smitty being summoned to the rundown.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was going to be me.
I gotta tell you, I'm stressed. My heart's racing. There's a lot of tension.
Playoff baseball.
There's a lot of
Yes.
tension
There's a lot
in the room.
It's a hot October for sure.
Playoff baseball is just tense in general.
Watch
It
the
is.
rundown at 6:30.
A lot of clenched ass.
Yeah, this is going to be a rundown, I think.
A lot of
Guarantee
clenched
it's
assholes.
Yeah.
Listen, the Mets again. They have something going. You guys should be excited. I think.
It's a 1-1 series, and we have home field advantage.
Think about this. If you told you any time that it's 1-1 going home, you take that a million times.
Absolutely.
And everyone's like, you guys are because of like the momentum right now is obviously to the Phillies. That's just
They won the last game, sure.
yeah, but like it's also the momentum was, but to the Mets with like one little bit, like it was close to just being a full Mets momentum,
Also, just stat on it is teams when under the current 2-2-1 format, when a division series has been tied after 2 games, the teams heading home for games 3 and 4 have gone on to win the series 29 of 44 times, 66%.
Wow.
So
Good stat. Game 3's huge. Massive game.
Massive game.
Swing game.
What's the pitching
it's the
matchup?
yeah.
Aaron Nola versus Sean Manaea. I feel good. Aaron Nola on 6+ days rest this year. His ERA is 10.59. He's not pitched.
Isn't that great?
I gotta read the stats.
Phil's on it, man.
That get traded in Phil's group chats. I gotta read those stats.
And
It's just guys trading.
It's a lot of me and Phil. This is what Phil and I do all night.
all day long.
Yes, this is what we text each other.
it is.
But I'll be honest, if you were texting me this, if Hubs was texting me these stats nonstop, I'd block him. I don't need that.
It's not nonstop, but Phil and I, this is what we both enjoy. This makes us both
No,
happy.
I know.
Like Phil texted me the thing he read about the 66% this morning. I'm like, this is exactly what I need to see today. Like he knows he knows that makes me happy.
And like that said, is
You
kind of
guys are in a
fluky.
relationship.
I swear to, I say it.
He knows what makes me happy.
I say it all the time. When I'm not here anymore, I'll be texting Phil until the day I die. But because I like having him to talk baseball with. We will talk baseball until one of us is dead. He's like a lifelong friend.
I'm happy for you.
Touching.
For real.
Nice.
Touching.
Baseball bringing.
Because he knows that he knows.
Did you hug your mom, Phil?
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Always hug your mother.
It's good advice.
Shout out Mrs. Phil.
And
Shameless Phil.
that Noah stat is kind of misleading because obviously it's 4 starts this year. It's a small sample.
Yep.
Traditionally for his career, he has pitched better with extra rest. It's just the starts this year ballooned it up.
All right.
But who knows? Maybe that means something.
It could. You're absolutely right, Phil. Actually, can I say this about Phil? Phil's been awesome on these streams. He's like level-headed. You can talk baseball with him. Like I've been the one that's kind of all over the place.
Get it out of your hands.
I'm just telling you.
We got it. I know Phil's.
I give him a lot of shit. You got to give him pats on the back when he's
You
doing
gave him a
good.
ton.
I love the guy right now. What do you want me to do?
How do you feel about Nola with extra rest?
Feel good. There's a reason why they put him in Game 3. I mean, Sanchez mostly being better at home, or him personally being better at home. I mean, Aaron Nola's good either way. So,
What would you do Game 4? Who do you have pitch that game? Do you go with Ranger or do you go with?
I mean, it depends how Game 3 goes. I mean, if they lose, then it's all hands on deck. Obviously, then I think if they get Game 4, they can get back Game 5 and just like do whatever. But
Would you want to see Wheeler on short rest?
I think that is up to him. I think that is a Zach Wheeler question.
Okay.
Like if he wants the ball, like give him the ball. But if he says that he can wait like a little bit and it'd be better, so I'm waiting.
That's fair.
He's 34 years old. Like he's a man. He can make his own decisions.
Been around a while.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling?
Oh,
Feel good.
I'm the most relaxed. It's like July right now. I swear to God. And I'm not even doing it as I'm not even doing it as a bit. Like it's the Royals, and I'm getting texts from like Hubs being like, "Why are you tweeting this stuff?" What happened to the Yankees fan base of like this new generation Yankees?
No, but you
fan
play
base?
with
They haven't
fire
seen
though. You're
wins,
play-
though.
You guys don't win. I
You're
mean,
playing
Yes,
with fire.
but this year, right, when you're playing the Royals, I'm talking about the Royals right now. I'm not talking about the Guardians next round or the Tigers next round.
well, you did say you're in the World Series already, though.
I do think we are. I truly think
You are talking about those two teams.
No, not yet. But this series, I've been very vocal of like, you lose this series, it's an actual embarrassment, and like we should not be like. It's one of the most embarrassing things of all time. To lose the series.
I'd go as far to say that for just winning the AL.
Not winning the World
Considering
Series is
the
embarrassing.
teams that are left in the field, if we don't win the AL, like fire everyone, like blow everything.
I'm not worried about one team in the
When
AL.
I say blow everything up, there's obviously we have a lot of
Keep
core
two
pieces,
players.
but like Cashman, like get him the fuck out.
Right, you're talking about the organization.
Get him the fuck out of there. Like if they can't beat. I mean the salaries of these 3 teams that are left in the AL with us. anything short of making the World Series is like
Embarrassing.
just like embarrassment. Heads. I want heads.
But I will say, Aaron Boone managed the game perfectly. The reason why we won, I think, is Aaron Boone seriously managed the bullpen with Cole, and then going into the bullpen.
Clay Holmes used him the right
the
spot.
fact that Clay Holmes
he should pitch earlier.
Clay Holmes and Verdugo were the reason we won. Is something, if you're a Yankee fan, is you didn't have that on your bingo card, and it's just like. That was the Royals' chance. We played bad, and they walked us 17 times basically to score runs. And you had Judge. Judge had second and third again, and he got out both times. He walked one other time. It's just like they had their chance. There's 0% chance of losing to the Royals. I have no qualms. And I'm sorry, I'm confident in my team. I'm confident we are the Yankees. They're the Royals. We're not going to lose to them.
Can I push back a little bit on that? So Cole Reagans is a better pitcher than Carlos Rodon. So you guys have the pitching disadvantage today. So there's a good chance. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm on the Royals. There's a good chance you guys leave New York tied 1-1.
I don't know about a good chance.
It's a chance.
It's
A decent chance.
There's always a chance.
I would say more than like it's a legitimate chance. You guys.
Our lineup is just, but then you go with our lineups. Our linup's so much better than theirs.
On DraftKings, Yankees is -155, Royals is +130.
So let's say it is a split. Does that concern you at all?
No.
Then you go to Kansas City. You guys have Heel next, which he's been good.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried. I wouldn't be worried.
Okay.
I really wouldn't. Obviously, you go lose 2 games, I'll start worrying. But
Okay.
I still think that we are so much better than them. Again, we played one of our worst games. They hit pretty fucking well against us last game, and we still won.
That's how I felt. The Cole to pitch like just as bad as he did and still win. Like I think you gotta feel good about that.
Cole was
We basically
fucking
stole one.
horrible.
I mean, we played like we
did.
played like shit. We still won.
What do you guys pitch Cole again in Game 5?
If this series goes to
Backing
Game
my
5,
guy.
the Yankees have problems. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I agree.
I
with
agree.
Phil. I agree with
But
Phil.
I would
This
say,
team,
yes, you pitch him Game 5.
Well, you do, of
Royals-
course. I'm saying, but doesn't that work? Like I said, I think there are reasons
No, if
for
this
some
series
concern.
goes to Game 5, I'd be concerned.
How many
have
good
to.
how many good playoff outings has Cole had for you?
A few.
So he had
now,
he
right?
gets shit on for
his
the Red
first
Sox one.
His first one ever in that wild game was bad.
Yeah.
But the next year when they made the playoffs, he was really
He
good.
had like 2 or 3 games that
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
lights out.
really, really
He
good.
gets shit on for that Boston one, which I understand.
Then he had a couple of bad ones against the Astros too. No.
I think he had one bad one good one.
Okay.
If I remember right, but I could.
He was, yeah, no.
I was
the next
double checking
postseason,
the
he was
narrative.
good.
Like I forget as it goes.
His last postseason start before this one was against the Astros. He didn't pitch well.
I know. Then I
I think all the ones before that.
The ones before that, he
I mean that same post.
got shelled in that wild card against the Red Sox. But
that was the year before.
other than that, like he's also had starts where he's been dynamite.
That's what I'm saying. I remember that next postseason. I know at least in the first round he was really.
When you
good.
listen, when you get paid $300 million, you're expected to dominate against the Royals. You
Like
just
he
are.
single-handedly beat the Guardians in that series.
Yes, he was great in that.
Like that one. That
But the thing is, Cole hasn't been great all year. He was hurt for the first 4 months or 3 months or whatever. He hasn't. He pitched really bad, really good, and then and then he kind of pitched against the Royals. But again, we stole that one because they can't throw strikes. They literally walked us 3 times to get the lead, and then we do what we have to do. Juan Soto, we have to pay $1 billion to. He's the best.
One other thing I want to touch on: the fact the American League has off the day after Game 1 is the dumbest thing like the schedule could possibly do.
well, you don't want to go against football.
They don't want to go up
though.
against.
Well,
But then we wouldn't have any games today though.
Yeah, we'd have
So-
0 games today.
start
But that's why I think that's why they're starting him early.
the
You
AL.
go 4 and 7:30 to not. At least I know obviously Yankees and Monday Night Football are going to clash, but
So then start the AL series on Friday then.
But but we're saying that
Could do that.
I actually like
That's
that.
actually a
I kinda
smarter
like how
play,
they're
Phil.
doing it. There's 4 games on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, 2 on Monday,
Well, if you start the
2
AL
on Tuesday, then 4 on Wednesday.
if you start the AL series on Friday, you'd still have the same scenario.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I think it's dumb that like Yankees and Guardians wait all week to have the playoff start.
Yeah, but you know
They
they
have
didn't want
one
to
game and
I
then
like
day
a day
off.
off. So
They didn't want to
Game
go against the
today,
NFL.
yeah.
They didn't
Sorry
want to
you
go
didn't
against
have a
the
day
NFL.
off
I
with the
get it.
Mets. I want a day off, so I don't care.
I just think it's
when you're box office, you get days off.
Yeah. When you're the Yankees, you get
The
days
American, you mean Tigers and Guardians are box office
you
now?
got-
It was just
they
the
got
it was just
lucky
a,
with us.
it was a split with
but
AL
they're
NL.
getting-
Next year it'll be the NL. Like
They're
it's
getting
not,
our like
it's
they're
not
getting
box
our,
office.
They're
guys.
getting our residual
box
box
office.
office.
It's box office.
I just think it's dumb.
We're
shit.
the-
You thought
the New York Yankees.
You thought
You're
the
not.
Yankees would be at before the Mets. They're
No.
they're not.
I thought because Yankees Phillies, I thought it would be more of a draw than I'm sorry, Mets Phillies be more of a draw than Yankees Royals. Not it wasn't a slight against the Yankees. It was more just like Royals Phillies.
The
Yankees
The Yankees could be playing Meek Phils.
top
They'd be
billing.
top.
I think you're right.
How many
proof of the pudding.
how many organs do you think TV executives would willingly give up to have Shohei and Judge in the World Series?
I think
I think all of them.
I think
Those
they have
those
all of
markets.
No,
that and
I
Phillies.
think Phillies
though, I
Yankees
think-
would be so much bigger than Yankees Dodgers.
Yeah.
It'd be big.
I mean, Yankees Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care that it's one city. Yankees Mets is still always going to be
Yankees,
insane.
Mets, Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, and Yankees, Dodgers, or Yankees, Phillies is all huge.
What's a Subway Series?
Well, Subway Series was
Underwhelming?
not. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
not
it
great
was.
TV.
Yeah.
It was funny because the games were close too.
And the Clemens Piazza thing happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people still don't.
People didn't. It really. Everyone, I remember the buildup was so big.
The 2000.
It was 2000,
It's
and
like-
going into like this is gonna shatter all the records, and it did like the same as the series before. It was like, oh, all
I
right.
don't know why I think this year would be so much.
It's
bigger.
probably the same Mets Yankees fans watching.
They said it cannibalized the market.
years
exactly.
Exactly
Who
what
was
said
who was
happened.
99? Braves.
Braves Yankees.
Indians?
Yeah.
Braves Yankees, and then 98 was Yankees Padres.
Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but let's say if one of the Mets, the Dodgers, or the Padres are in the World Series, you have all of Japan watching that series for Otani,
Yeah.
Darvish, Senga, Yamamoto. Like, that's a huge draw.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah, Japan will be in.
I just thought Shohei versus Judge they would love.
Otani's the worldwide star.
Yeah, I think Shohei versus Judge they would.
and Judge Harper would still be. I know what
Yeah.
you mean. I know what you mean.
Either way, you can't lose. I mean,
Shohei is the
two huge markets, two huge teams. Like, that's
I think of all the teams, the Dodgers are the number one pick,
Yeah, of course.
even ahead
Probably
of the
viewership wise.
ahead of the Yankees. Yeah, which is crazy. to say,
that's
Oh, ahead of the Yankees. I thought you meant like.
but-
I don't think there's any viewership.
it's close.
you know what? I think it might be the Yankees. 'Cause the Yankees haven't been in the World Series in so long. People might have a little Dodger fatigue.
Yeah,
But I don't want to go too far into this series, but the Padres are going to win that series, and the Jack Flaherty what's he yelling at Machado for when he's down 4-1?
He struck him out and said, sit down, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know, but what you're losing four. You let up 4 runs.
Well, it's not
that series is a little crazy. Yeah, Profar's robbing the home
It
run
was
and
awesome.
taunting him, and then he's getting shit thrown
There was
at
people
him.
throwing shit at the Padres bullpen. Then Profar went to the guy who he robbed it from, gave him the ball.
Gave him a ball.
Guy threw it back.
And then everyone started throwing shit.
And then everyone started throwing shit. With the guy throwing it back, funny. Everyone else starting throwing shit at Profar, stupid.
Yeah, Rico, people in the chat want to know, like, what are your thoughts on people throwing objects at someone taunting
Can't do
them?
it. You can't do it. Can't
No
do
go.
it. No go.
By the way, Padres to win the series.
He didn't hit it.
Well, so, Flaherty doing the thing was, I don't know if you guys went in college football on Saturday. This guy in South Carolina, they just kept doing this. They were literally getting obliterated.
Yeah.
And he just was like spamming this gun celebration, like this new thing. And the college football world is like, what is this guy doing? Like he's like making a tackle for a loss of 1 is like standing over the guy. The score is like 24-3 in like the third quarter. Like you're getting like annihilated.
I gotta tell you one thing though about baseball too. I don't think anyone cares about this Tigers Guardians series compared to all the rest of them. Is like no one gives.
Doesn't
a
help. The
shit.
first game was a blowout either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It'd be
today,
5-0 top 1.
today
Or
people
bottom
will
one, bottom one.
Scooble pitching people. He's made himself a name, obviously.
Yeah,
so
Triple
like,
Crown.
Yeah, so like I think people will watch, but no one cares about that.
But it's just especially 5-0 bottom 1.
Yeah,
You're like,
don't
if
care.
you were going to turn the game on, you instantly were like, up. Like if you're like
See you
a
later.
moderate fan,
Yeah,
you're like,
casual fan.
Let's see what this Tigers team's
yeah,
about.
5-0 up next, like skip next channel.
Yeah.
And you were right to do that. Game was boring as shit. Oh, by the way, Padres to win the series is -105. Phil tipped me onto that today. I'm on it.
Okay.
I think the Padres are going to make the World Series. Unfortunately,
Let's
Tatis is batting like he has an OPS over 2,000.
He's unbeatable right now.
It's insane. I think he's 9 for 14 right now in the playoffs.
in-
Like home runs, multiple home runs. It's crazy.
In National League history, Tatis has like the 4th highest OPS, but like a minimum 25 at bats, I believe.
What's his
The playoffs?
OPS right now?
It's like 1.5 something.
Yeah.
You know who actually has the highest
National League history.
in National League history?
Bryce Harper, maybe.
Kyle Higashioka.
Great player.
Oh, okay.
Higgy.
Great player.
Good
Always
ball-
had
good
good
ball player.
Always had good things to say about him.
Higashioka has a 1.657 OPS.
He just
He has the same amount of home runs in the postseason as Mookie.
If you want to talk about that, Mookie Betts is 0 for 23 in his last however so many playoff games.
No one talks about that.
Career OPS in the playoffs is like 712.
wow.
I mean, that's
He has 2 rings.
0 for 23 though is a lot.
Okay.
That is a
It's
lot.
not good. It's not good. It's
Like
very
5
bad.
games.
It's very
A
bad.
lot.
It's like 5 games
It's not good.
and playoff games. which-
Every game matters.
For a star of that caliber,
It
though.
was also Profar did rob his home run.
Right. Oh, that's a good point too. That's a little shit. Yeah. Let's switch to the NFL. Give me a winner and a loser. We'll start with the winners. Smitty, give me a winner from the weekend.
Ooh, the Bears seem kind of on track. I know it's against the Panthers, but they want to stop talking about it, start being about it. They start being about it.
They look good.
Everyone give a winner. I like this. Everyone do a winner. He goes Bears. Pick something different.
I'm gonna go Ravens. That was a game that really anyone obviously could have won, but them winning that game gives them such a leg up over the Bengals. I think that's huge for the division, especially with the Steelers losing later on that night. Like that was a game either team could have won, but the fact that they won it, they're the winners.
There's got to be a stat where when your team scores 38 points, there's only 2 losses, and it's the Bengals. They scored 30 points twice, and they lost both games.
I knew Burrow threw that pick on the one of the final drives, but I mean,
It ain't
like
on
what can
him,
this
yeah.
guy what can he do, man? Like at 300 yards, 5 touchdowns.
He said it. He said at the end of the game, he's like, I have to be perfect.
He said it before the game.
Oh, that was before the
He said
game?
before the game, he was almost literally that dry. He basically had been perfect. He made that one bad throw, and the defense can't make a stop. To save
Lamar's
lives.
so fucking good, though.
Also, his kicker, the shank of the century.
That wasn't him, though.
Yes.
That wasn't
a
him.
bad hold. You're right.
It was a bad hold.
It was
Horrible hold.
Right,
It
was a bad
wasn't
hold.
there. I feel bad for kickers when that happens because that was
you can do.
nothing he can do. I couldn't even believe he got the kick even like that.
Laces out. That's why Dan Marino needs to die of gonorrhea and rot in hell.
He got the lace down. He dropped it. He dropped it, kind of threw it up last second. He
That
just,
was,
was all
that
like-
was a,
it
that
was
was a
off
90s
kilter.
reference
Yes.
that nobody got. Yeah.
No.
I got it.
I got it.
I just feel bad. This
Real sports not, huh?
Great movie.
this Bengals team, it just feels like they're just letting a season that could have been something just totally just
Yeah.
That'd be 1-5.
go to waste. I mean,
I got a
Disaster.
fucking powerhouse coming in next.
Monday Night Football.
Monday
Night.
I'll give you a winner. I think it's the Commanders. Is it crazy to think that the Commanders could win the NFC
I
East?
said it last
Is this
week.
a crazy take? Like somebody
said
new
they're-
wins that division every week.
Oh, it's not.
They're the
crazy
best
at
team
all.
in the NFC East. They just are.
Dude, it's
That's-
I think they are.
I don't think it's
I keep
debatable.
waiting for the shoe to drop, and they just keep.
Well, as long as Daniels plays the way he's CJ Stroud 2.0.
I think he
Yeah.
He might be better.
looks better.
He obviously more athletic.
Okay, both of them
Runs better.
both of them don't look like rookie quarterbacks.
No, not at all.
But what I'm saying is
Stroud
about the
last year.
Commanders, Jaden Daniels is obviously the highlight of everyone. Good for him. The defense has been very surprising. Where it's like I was told they were going to have the worst secondary maybe in the ever in the NFL, and they've been really good. We're talking about Bobby Wagner's good now again. I don't
think he ever has been bad.
No, I know, but he's just he's been there. For how long has he been in the league?
It's probably 12 years.
Yeah, you just don't think Bobby Wagner looks like he's fucking back on the Legion of Boom. It looks like he's going nuts out.
Also, a thing too. I know people have said this a lot with rookie quarterbacks, and I think we're seeing it this year especially. These guys that play a lot of games in college, they just seem to transition much better, much easier. There's been so many guys recently, like a Trubisky's just an example, but guys start one year, you throw them right in. You see a guy like Daniels. This guy literally started for 4 or 5 years in college football. Williams, I guess, did 2 at least, 2.5 kind of.
Burrow didn't play a lot, but he was still in college.
He at least did 2. He was a starter for 2 full seasons.
How many years was Stroud a starter?
2.
Okay.
2 full seasons. I'm trying to think of other guys. Well, yeah, Williams was 2.5-ish basically. May was at least 2. May did 2 full years.
Can I do my winner real fast?
Nix did a bunch. Nix did 4 or
There
5.
you
Says
go.
Nix doesn't look bad.
What's wrong with no one's talking about Bo Nix right now. He's 3-2 with the Broncos, who people were saying they were going to be the really, really bad team. He's playing well.
He's better than I thought. The defense I thought would be good, and they are good, but he's definitely played better than I thought.
He looked like they were gonna Zach Wilson might come in game 3, and then all of a sudden he's now won 3 in a row.
Yeah, they look good. Peyton's got him going a little bit.
That's my winner is the Broncos.
Surtan's a stud.
I had them written down.
That defense.
I had the Broncos written down.
That defense is legit.
Surtan might be the best corner in the NFL.
And then you look
I think
He's
definitely.
up there
I
if
think
he's
definitely.
not.
yeah. I mean, the Chargers don't look Chargers look okay. The Broncos could be in the mix for a wild card, which is a win of
Sure.
a season. A win of a season.
Oh my God, yeah,
Absolutely.
Dude, rookie quarterback, it's crazy.
100%.
By
Because
the way-
the AFC South is a doo-doo bird.
Yeah.
Imagine being Ron Rivera right now.
But that is a doo-doo bird conference.
To go back to the Commanders, imagine being Ron Rivera right now. Like if you're the Commanders, and like
Yeah.
But also, that's look at your team. That's kind of what I think happens too when you could have like your coach really fucks things up. And I think he fucks up that team.
Well, we'll get to losers. The other one I had written down, I had 3 winners written down. Texans quietly 4-1, big win over the Bills. Bills looked like the team in the AFC early in the season. I know it's early, and I know the Chiefs are 4-0, but the Bills looked like they were right there.
McDermott's a fucking idiot.
Idiot.
That last possession, I don't know if you watched it, Rico. I'm sure.
One of the worst left.
I
was watching them.
I
at
could
4
not.
o'clock, so as it
I
started
could
to-
not believe they're down with it, down 17-0, or they come all the way back. They come roaring back, tie the game. They get the ball on like inside their own 5. I think it was like 50 seconds left, something like that, 50-ish. And the Texans I believe only had 2 timeouts. So maybe even 1. I'm pretty sure 2. I'm pretty confident they
could have ran the ball.
They didn't have 3. I thought they were just going to knee it. Like they're on their own 1-0. Like if you throw 3 incomplete passes, you're going to potentially punt them the ball back at midfield, where they have a kicker who's good from like 60 in, and they just it wasn't even that they threw passes. They just threw 3 like deep balls. I guess the one wasn't crazy deep, but I mean,
No. You're right. It was It was 2nd and 10. It was 3rd and 10. 38 seconds left, and they threw a 35-yard pass.
but even before that,
I know.
they didn't make them take the timeouts or anything. Like they just let them.
And then they punted it, and then they
they literally punted and were able to basically run one play for like 5 yards, and then kick a field goal to win the game. One of the dumbest. I just couldn't fathom being that stupid. I understand like you have Josh Allen, you have an all-world quarterback, you have confidence in him, but there's a line between confidence and just being stupid.
Well,
he was just stupid.
You could at least do the first play, and if it doesn't work, all right, knee it, run it, do whatever.
I think you got to at least. I just think like back to if they were on like the 25, I'd be like, yeah, take your like try to go pick up 30 yards. And I even understand a little bit. I'm like, all right, you have Josh Allen. If you get like in past midfield, you can potentially just win the game right now. But I mean, I think you got at least that first throw. At least it's got to be like middle of the field, like safer throw. Like you can't have 3 incompletions in a row. That just cannot be the outcome.
Also,
of
Josh Allen got knocked into next Tuesday. He literally.
that was another thing with the NFL. Like that's classic. Like they pick and choose when they want to like protect guys when they don't.
He was out.
If he's an average quarterback, they never let him back in that game.
Out cold.
They apparently used smelling salts on Josh Allen.
really.
Yeah,
his head hit
came
the
out
turf
for
so
one
hard.
play, and he was
see that.
dude. He
Took
was
a lick.
out.
He got his head
Took a lick.
smashed on the
Took a
ground.
lick.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He came back in like 10 minutes later. He's back in the game.
That's why I was like happy. Another winner was.
Well, no, they got the turnover. They got the turnover like deep in Texans territory, and Trubisky was in for one play. And almost Allen like saw he went in and just like ran in, and then he went back in. They didn't score, and he didn't look the same after that. Like he didn't look great.
I mean, the Jets might have to play Mitchell Trubisky on Monday night next week.
It's possible.
You know how you had that line about being confident and stupid? Like, can you do me a favor and go in a time machine and tell me that on Saturday so I don't say that about Bryce Harper?
Yeah, that was
Like, Chris, there's a line between confident and stupid.
That was
Also, a winner, the Vikings. The Vikings are just legit.
Well, yeah.
That wasn't like their best game of the season. They've definitely played much cleaner games. That was Donald's worst game of the year by far. This team needs to be taken seriously. It's like a legit like Super Bowl
yeah,
contender.
and another team.
As long as this team their core defense, offensive line stays healthy. Jones got hurt. I think that hurt their offense a lot once he came out of the game. They were less explosive, but this Vikings team, I don't know what more they can do to not be taken seriously at this point.
I know they're
5-0.
Are they looking at a bye?
Look at the teams they've beaten.
Dude,
They've beaten the Texans, the
They looking-
Niners, the
yeah.
Jets, like just beating like the best teams in the NFL.
They're looking at a
Packers,
Bye.
I mean-
They're gonna hold that.
not the Jets, but yeah, not best team.
But I'm saying like look at the
Yeah.
rattling off
Right.
the teams like
No,
beating,
Texans.
Like, the Jets
Packers,
are still like
49ers.
that's a really good defense. Beating the Texans I believe on the road, they beat
Texans were at home, but Green Bay was
on the road,
and
Texans, and they beat the Niners. Like they beat some good ass teams.
They do have a bye this week, and then they have the Lions at home.
Lions at Rams, Colts at Jaguars at Titans.
I really think the fight for that number 1 seed is going to legit be Lions and Vikings.
Hey Rico, in the standings right now, the Giants are ahead of the 49ers. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
That's a
I did
problem.
see that. That's
Who are the
Isn't that
Giants?
Crazy. The Giants, like I said, they're 7-10.
Daniel
Daniel Jones has been playing really good.
Well, just when you.
He's playing really good.
This is one like me and Meek got in like a hot debate over
Last
the
week
game. He
gave
had.
7 points to the Seahawks with the fumble return.
And
Hey, that was bullshit.
don't
that was
have
fucking
a
bullshit.
fucking. We didn't have our best receiver.
Right.
or our best running back.
Or our best-
Neighbors had been the whole
I
offense.
think we have our best running back now.
Tyron Trace is unbelievable. Coming in this game, I thought the Giants were going to get obliterated in this game.
I did too.
I thought they were going to get fucking smoked.
Me too.
I didn't bet the game at all. Like either.
Well, they
nothing.
7+.
I'll never bet against the Giants. If I wasn't a Giants fan, I probably would have laid it. I was like, they're going to get killed in this game. Daniel Jones played unbelievable.
So
like,
good.
and this is where like a meek,
Also,
and undeniably
deep balls, too.
Like no you didn't just spam Neighbors. Like Slayton was out there looking like a number one.
Yep.
That was the Daniel Jones that I'm like
Dale.
afraid is going to keep like reeling the franchise like back in.
No, Ev.
But he just played good.
Let me
There's
tell you
no,
something.
he plays good. He plays
I'm
good.
going to tell you something right now. Daniel Jones is going to be our quarterback for the next 2 years.
He probably will. He probably will.
And honestly,
He probably will.
and he knows it. I think he knows. Like it's literally up to him. If he
wants to go
rattles
another
off
$80 million.
If he rattles off 8 wins this year, he knows that we can't draft a quarterback next year. He just knows it.
You're also not going to be in a position to draft a quarterback like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Great.
That's what I'm saying. He is in control of who
What's
we draft.
going on, yeah.
And right now, he just went to. We didn't go to some shit. Went to Seattle, which is
Seattle's a house of
a
horrors.
hard place to play. A really good defense without our best receiver, and it's also our fucking defense is so good. Our offensive defensive line is insane.
Dexter Lawrence had 3 sacks yesterday. He's just a nose tackle at 3 sacks. I mean, he has 6 sacks this year. He's
The Giants lead the NFL in sacks.
Yeah,
Dexter Lawrence is the best. I mean, T.J. Watt is like edge rusher. In terms of like hand down defensive lineman, Dexter Lawrence is the best.
we're +3 Sunday night against the Bengals.
So your next 3 games are so tough.
They've been tough.
Yeah, but the Bengals are 1-4. I know the Bengals are good, but the Bengals are 1-4.
We're a field goal
Bengals,
kicker away
Eagles
from
at
3.
Steelers. That's tough.
Yeah, their defense is dog shit. The Bengals. Their defense is dog shit.
Horrible,
And
absolutely.
we just beat a good defense. And obviously it's gonna be insane on.
You'll be at home?
defense, but at home, I can't believe I'm gonna say it. We can beat the Bengals.
Yeah.
You think this is loser leaves town?
Yeah. I mean,
The Bengals are
more for
dead
Bengals
already.
Yeah.
Who was
1-4 is tough.
Smitty, who was a loser over the weekend?
Oh, the Seahawks.
I don't. Do you guys believe in the Seahawks? Obviously, yeah.
No.
I don't know.
I thought they'd give the
know either.
Lions a better fight last week, but before that, it was like kind of rolling.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I don't. That's a team I can't figure out. I truly can't.
Probably not. You said I would say probably not.
I think they can make the playoffs, but that's about like where I see their.
You can't lose at home to Daniel Jones like that if you want to be a playoff team.
Again, though, I know that Daniel Jones is a joke of what people say, but he's been better than a lot of quarterbacks this year.
Absolutely.
I could name a couple right now that you'd be like, oh shit, he actually has been.
He is realistically, Daniel Jones is probably much closer to the middle than being like the worst.
Yes.
And I think a narrative spun him. And
Nobody gets. Yeah.
Last year he was truly dreadful, and I understand he's kind of become like the meme quarterback. He's just I still just when I see him, I still just don't think he's a guy that gets you over the hump, and I think that's where he's putting the Giants in a very dangerous spot.
Nobody gets excited about the middle though. They get excited about
That's what I'm
the
saying.
hot,
I still as good
Nobody's
as he
getting
played
excited about the middle.
yesterday. He's not a guy that's going to go win you a Super Bowl. He's just not.
Bro, he was
He can be a solid starting quarterback. He's capable.
But listen,
I've seen it.
if our defense gets even better in this list, there's also one voice on this show that hasn't said a word.
Because he played well.
He hasn't said it because he played well.
I talked about their sacks. I told you
I
before
talked about their sacks, he said.
I told
Exactly.
I told you before the show that Mets and Giants were going on at the same time. Respectfully, I did not we had the TV
you
on,
look
but
at stats.
respectfully,
You
we had
look at
TV on,
stats.
and I honestly was not following play by play. I just kept looking at scores, oh wow, Giants are still winning. I'll look at the box score, I'll look at everything, and he had a good game, great game.
He was throwing good deep balls too, that was the thing. My takeaway.
Yeah.
That's all I need
The one
to
to
hear.
Deep balls were good.
He had a great.
He had 2 good deep balls. One was a touchdown. Be another before that was a great deep ball to Slayton.
He had a great game without Singletary and without Neighbors, and a game where I honestly thought they would have been lucky to get a touchdown. Ended up winning 29-20, wherever it was. Obviously, defensive touchdown. It was a good win. Let's see where they go from there. Let's see.
I actually think that's a fair take.
It's fair take.
Because that's how I feel about this team too. It's kind of like a good win, but I still don't.
You went from dead
I'm
to
still not like
put a
all
few
the. I'm
together.
still not like
you went
back
from,
in.
but you went from dead to.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that'd be
That's exactly where
that'd
we're
be
at.
That's exactly
you
where we're
described
at.
it for me perfectly.
The only problem is
I was
this.
dead. I'm now like,
So if someone
if we beat the Bengals, I'll be like,
if they beat the Bengals, I might be like, okay.
No,
this is
beat
a
the
wild
Bengals.
card.
if we beat the Bengals, the wild card will start popping back.
Bengals, I'm in.
so
3 and 3,
I have
like, all right.
I've experienced this. My team's gone 7-10 the last 2 years. It's not what you want to do.
That's where I'm still at. Like long term, when I see Daniel
I'd
Jones,
rather
I'm
be
still
where
just
I'm
like-
at than you're at right now.
Yeah, you better say the loser from the weekend.
Your team
better say the
your
right
team-
one.
Oh, the loser of the weekend for me
embarrassing.
is all capital letters. Jets,
Yes.
Jets, no question. Yeah, now everything's in play. Like this is we're 2-3, and the Vikings are, like you said, the Vikings are for real. My issue is the gameplay. Like Saleh, you can blame Saleh, you can blame Hackett, you can blame both of them. I'll blame everybody. Until the end of that game, they weren't letting Aaron Rodgers throw. They haven't let Aaron Rodgers throw this whole season. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand why they're choosing to. I don't know. I'm at a loss.
The only thing with the Jets is
Very
I
disappointing.
still think they're like ahead of a lot of teams for the wild card. Maybe not in the rankings, but in the standings. But like, do you put the Jets ahead of Pittsburgh in terms of a wild card team?
I don't know.
No, I don't.
Probably not.
Really?
Let me pose you.
I don't know.
Look at the
I
Jets.
don't
Tell
know.
me.
I'm anti-Jets.
Tell
but
me. No. But I'm saying, ask me, and I've been like pro Jets on this coming into the season. What have they done this year that's impressed you in any game?
Ooh,
The Patriots.
The Jets.
They just throttle the Patriots.
Patriots
are dog
suck.
shit.
Patriots.
Yeah,
are
Patriots
really-
are worst, one of the worst
the
teams
other
in
one,
the league.
Rico? Tell me the other one.
Colts.
No, the Titans.
Dog shit team.
Like maybe the two worst
Yes.
teams in the NFL are their two wins.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
Like
yeah.
I'm saying,
The Colts.
I'm saying
Colts are still in the mix for a wild card.
I'm saying the Jets have
Jets have-
they've had two wins against maybe the two worst teams in the NFL. They have shown you really nothing to have like real confidence.
So you would put the Broncos ahead of the Jets in terms of like buying for a
No.
wild card?
I don't know if I'm there yet.
Absolutely not.
What about the Chargers at
I'm about
2-2?
No.
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Probably
saying.
not.
Like it's
Probably
slim.
not.
It's slim pickings for these last.
That's the only thing the Jets have going for them, or is that the Miami probably stinks, right?
That's tough.
The
Tua ever-
Bengals are 1-4,
The Bengals are bad. The AFC South is bad outside the Texans.
and then you.
Let me ask you a question. Is Tua ever going to come back?
Oh, I would guess probably yes.
got put on the IR, so we still got another couple weeks till
He's got probably 2 weeks.
We haven't heard he's
I
not
think,
coming
I think
back.
they have a bye this week. The Dolphins. I don't think they play this coming week.
Yeah.
Because they're the same record as the Jets right now, and like
Somehow.
the Dolphins have the same record as the Jets with Snoop Huntley playing.
Right now, the Dolphins would have the tiebreaker.
Yeah, dude, it's just like the Jets. The I've never seen offense look so stagnant, and like Breece Hall can't run. They can't run the ball.
They keep
run the-
trying over and over and over again.
Yeah, no, you're right.
almost-
A lot of 2nd and 10 runs.
They-
the 3rd and 8.
We have Aaron Rodgers.
They started having more success in the second half when they just started just throw it to Wilson over and over again.
What a surprise!
but in the first half, I mean, Rodgers threw two like bad picks.
Bad.
That's where I was kind of like.
Very bad.
It was the first time he's ever thrown two picks in the first quarter in his whole career.
And I know he had the third pick at the end of the game. That game could have been won if he just hit Garrett Wilson. There was a play and he overthrew him, and it wasn't that hard of a throw. I mean, they're all hard, but like it wasn't for him. It wasn't a hard throw, and he missed him.
Just a note: Aaron Rodgers had 54 pass attempts yesterday. That is the 5th most in his career in a game.
Before that, though, if you look at the other games he's had, only because they finally let and what happened was the second half when we had most of those pass attempts, it was good. But look at the other 4 games they've played. They've had they have this weird leash on him. I don't understand it. It's Aaron Rodgers, 40. Just let him do what he wants.
The Broncos game, I think he threw like 40-some passes, but it was just weird.
Yeah, the weather.
Their offense has just been. Their offense has been just very weird.
Maybe it's just I don't know.
Yeah,
I would
Broncos
say
is 42.
it's
Oh, I forgot the Broncos beat the Jets that day. too.
Yeah, dude.
10-9. Like think about Aaron Rodgers led team. They lost the game where the defense let up 10 points.
It honestly, yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and just be optimistic blindly about the Jets. Like they look like ass right now.
They're only
Figure it
only
out.
a game out of the fucking division.
That's the thing.
Also,
You know what I mean? Like we're saying the sky's falling. It's not like that
but dude,
terrible.
This was the easiest
the
stretch of
sky-
but I just do.
falling.
But I do also think they look terrible.
That's
it's
what we're
how-
saying. They
it's how
could
they look more
We
than
were
their
saying
record.
that they could have been like 4-1 right now.
Yes.
And they're 2-3 when their next game is against. They can potentially be 2-4.
And after that, it's at Steelers.
They're plus 2.5 at home against the Bills next week. That's not good.
And
to go
that
2
line could change if
2-4.
Josh Allen's
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I don't think Josh Allen's going to be out because he played the rest of that game, and
That doesn't mean anything. Like,
it
if they say he
does.
has,
No, it
if they
matters.
say he
It
has,
definitely matters. It definitely means something. Phil.
means something.
Go back. I understand what you mean, but it does mean something that he came back in the game.
It does.
Didn't that make more sense?
if they say he has a concussion, he has to go through NFL concussion protocol.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they will say he has a concussion because he came back, and they'll look bad for the.
That would look like malpractice in the NFL.
It looks bad for the NFL either way. Like he clearly had a concussion.
It works worse. I'm saying if they say his concussion, he played for the last what was it, last quarter? You know what I mean?
It's a bad look either way, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Jets are 2-3. The next game is Bills. Next game is at Steelers. They got to figure the fuck out right now, or else they're gonna be 2-5. And then what happens?
Also, you keep like talking about the Jets. Like you do have to give credit to like the Vikings defense. Like Brian Flores is giving people trouble
of
all
course he
season
is.
long.
We just blew the Vikings for 10 minutes in this show. Where were you?
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying it's like it's not all like rah Jets bad. It's
No,
like,
it's a lot.
It can be a lot of rah-rah Jets.
I think it's more Vikings are really good.
How about the
defense.
Broncos then?
That was more Jets bad.
But the Jets also could have won that game yesterday if they had any offense going. Like the first half was fucking.
And that's Darnold played like shit.
Darnold did not play well,
No.
and
the Jets defense is good, so partly that Jets get
keeping them in the game.
Also, like Sauce Gardner had some weird penalties in that first half. It was
the one in the end zone I thought was bullshit. I thought he had a real gripe there.
Yep.
And I bet on the Vikings, and I was like that. If I was him, I'd be pissed. He barely touched him, but he almost checked. I almost thought he checked himself out of the game. He got so frustrated.
He was getting pissed.
Like he was getting so mad. They were just they were calling everything on the
Everything.
secondary.
what do you?
Justin Jefferson was getting like the Jalen Brunson like Embiid treatment of like he was just drawing every holding, every pass interference. Jefferson he must have got like 4 or 5 called on him yesterday that he like drew the flag.
What do you guys think about the Steelers?
I think they're good.
They're in a weird spot.
They're
In a
pesky.
weird spot,
I
though.
think they're honestly.
They have
shoulda
the
won, but they-
fewest, I think they have 2 touchdowns in 10 quarters at the beginning of the game. So the beginning of the game, they're very slow, which is a problem for them. Like I think they're really, really bad in the first half. Justin Fields was like fine yesterday. I don't think he was bad.
He wasn't great, and I mean,
He wasn't good.
He was better in the second half for
good.
sure.
But
But
now
he
this is where all right, what do you do with Russell Wilson?
Well, can I ask you guys this? So there was a moment during the game, I don't know how much because it was on pretty late last night, but like Fields got hurt, and they were like, oh, they might need to take him out for concussion protocol. And Russell Wilson was not the backup. He's the third emergency quarterback. They had another guy as the backup. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting who it was. And I just don't know why.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
maybe he's just still not fully ready. yet.
Russell Wilson was not the backup technically of the game. He was
Is
the.
that like a roster management?
That's what I didn't understand.
So they're allowed a third emergency quarterback, and he basically can only play.
Why wouldn't you have Russell
somebody
Wilson
gets
be the
hurt.
backup?
I think he must be like not 100%. I'd imagine.
Is that what? Okay, I wanted to ask you guys that
It's
today.
like the Giants have that with like DeVito. Like I'm pretty sure DeVito's are like emergency thirds.
Right. It was just shocking that they had this like some rando.
Right
it's
now,
it's a roster thing. I think it's
healthy.
basically so that thing that happened in the Niners Eagles playoff game, so that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Where McCaffrey's playing
Right.
quarterback.
Right.
Where do we stand on Russell Wilson, like wearing pads and eye black and everything?
If
Like,
he's the third string emergency
love
quarterback, I kind of like
do you
it.
think that's like cool or corny?
Cool.
Kind of corny.
it's both to him because he's already corny. So that's why I think you're saying it's corny. But like if like think about if like someone else did that, that's actually cool. Like if Josh Allen did that, it would be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty sick.
Well, I think you technically like have to wear pads. The eye black is
the eye black is-
obviously is optional.
But honestly, right now, if he's 100% healthy, do you make the switch?
I almost-
because Fields deserved it. 3 games,
Right, he had them winning.
But also their defense is really fucking good.
I would make the switch.
Yes.
Yesterday was a bad. Like they should have won that game.
Yesterday was a weird one because he was bad in the first half. But then, I mean, he leads them on like a touchdown drive with like under 5 minutes to take the lead, and they scored 2 touchdowns in the
But-
second half to take leads twice. So it's kind of like
You can't.
it was like
be-
it's a double-edged sort of like you only scored 17 points, like bad. But then it's also like you scored a touchdown would basically put the ball in the defense hands. Basically, if you make a stop, you're going to win this game.
Listen, you know I'm a
They
hater
couldn't make
of
the
him.
stop.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's like cut and dry. You definitely Russell
He has
Wilson.
one interception all year.
But he also just doesn't
He's
have
quite a few fumbles too.
a lot of fun. Yeah, and
I
also,
wouldn't trust me. I hate to say that, but it's
like-
the truth.
if your team is 3-0 on the turnovers and you lose 20-17, that's a problem as well. You have to capitalize on those turnovers, and they blocked the kick, right?
They blocked a field goal. The defense they forced 2 turnovers like deep in like Cowboys driving in to score. So they forced 2 big ones there. They had the pick. Dak threw like one of the worst picks I've ever seen.
Dak is
That pick was atrocious.
And,
the one in
and
the one
also-
to Jackson.
I think that also shows me that I just don't believe in the Cowboys.
I don't either. The Cowboys are just like average. I think they're an average team.
I remember they beat the Browns. We're all like, "Oh shit, the Cowboys are for real opening," but no, the Browns just suck.
Yeah, Browns.
The AFC, the NFC is a crapshoot.
Wild.
There's no one. It's the Vikings won, obviously, but like, there's not like a juggernaut. They're the juggernaut in the NFC.
49ers.
No, let's talk about the 49ers.
They're not though.
The
That's
49ers are the loser of this
They're
week.
I have
they're 2-3, losing to the Cardinals.
They lost to the Lions without or excuse me, not the Lions, but Stafford. They lost to the Rams without Kupp and Puka, and they just lose to the Cardinals.
Who else
Drops
did
you
they lose
2
to?
games in the
That's
division.
they're in
Was
trouble.
their third loss?
They lost the Vikings. They
Vikings.
got smoked by the Vikings.
But
Weren't they like this last year though and rattled like 10 straight?
No, they had a little stretch where Debo's out. They lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, it was like later
But
in the
this
year.
is
guess what
more like-
Debo did yesterday? 1 reception for 11 yards. What's that about? Ayuk
game.
went off.
So yesterday their kicker got hurt, and that really fucked them up.
It's 11 more yards.
They were having like there was one. They had a 4th and 23 from like the 30, and they went for it.
Oh, that's
'Cause They literally were like, "What are we gonna do?
What are
Punt
you,
on
a
the
Debo?
30?"
Are you a Debo lover or something?
one more catch and 11 yards than you'll ever have.
Yeah, I guarantee I could have more than him for the 49ers offense. That was horrible for him.
It was a
One
tough game,
reception.
yeah.
Well, I think it's where they're just not getting the ball enough. I think that's more coaching than it is like.
But Ayuk
He's a
had like
playmaker.
140 yards yesterday.
But
You know,
he
played
wasn't
great.
getting
Ayuk's
going
more of a
early.
true like.
Ayuk wasn't getting going earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So, like they're
like, what is their problem right now?
Debo's a guy you got to like manufacture touches for.
Yeah.
He's a guy like you need to put him in the backfield, like throw him screens. Like you got to like Ayuk's more of a true like a wideout.
But what's their problem? McCaffrey?
But Mason had a bad fumble yesterday in the red zone.
It was
But he
Mason's-
played well.
It was
before.
Mason's first bad game, I think.
But he even like outside of that fumble, he had played well. Like he had some big runs. I don't know what they do. They're in a weird. I mean, I think they're. I still like. Listen, I wouldn't bet against them make the playoffs or anything. I still think they're going to be fine. But I don't know if they're going to be. I say fine isn't like a playoff team, but I don't know if they're. I don't know if they're the same contender they've been the last.
The wild card for the NFC has a lot of like muck. Dallas 3-2. Philly still 2-2.
Bro, what is going the fuck on?
Philly still 2-2.
Christ.
Detroit's 3-1. Bears 3-2. Packers 3-2. Bucks 3-2. Arizona 2-3. Like there's a lot of muck in that NFC for a wild card.
I'm starting to believe in. I was believing in Bears preseason. I'm really starting to believe in the Bears. That defense is so good. Caleb Williams played really good. I understand it's the Panthers. They're whatever, but Caleb Williams played really, really good yesterday. They're a team like I think the Bears are a playoff team. I still think the Bucks are pretty good.
The Bucks are still good.
The Bucks are fine. Like I think they'll be around for a playoffs, but I think they probably make a wild card or them or the Falcons. I think like one's gonna be a wild card, one will win the division.
Can I pump my chest a little bit here? Because after the Harper thing, I need it. The Rams stink, right? We're all in the Rams stinking.
Two of their best.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I have that one at least?
yeah, I mean they're all hurt.
Yeah, they're all hurt.
And it looks like dude's getting the tattoo. Where are we at that one?
Yeah,
I mean,
Patriots
you
stink.
first of all, you shouldn't be too much there. They toe.
Oh no!
Reason why
We
you
were
almost
It was
not.
before the game, so Dukes and I were watching it together. And I will say, Dukes was. I think we both were. I think we were both pretty classy to each other. But it went in. I was like, "Fuck," because they ruled a touchdown. And Dukes didn't celebrate too bad. And then when it ruled off, Dukes was like,
It is funny you guys are doing a tattoo bet when both your teams are just suck.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're like 4-1.
"Well, thank God my team beat him."
Yeah.
That was the easiest Jets win of the season.
Yeah.
Thank God. I mean, the Patriots next game is tough. It's Texans.
Yeah.
And there's rumors that Drake May get the
Yeah.
ball in game.
That's
Oh,
your only
really?
problem. That's your only problem.
Oh no!
It was out.
It's
in
just
the,
like when a rookie quarterback comes out. Sometimes like there's no tape on him. It's
No. Yeah, you want to keep. They're bad right now. We want to keep.
wanna keep
the
Brissett out
constant.
there.
So they're 1-4 right now, right? And the bet is 6. So they have to go 5 and 6. That's not gonna happen,
Oh.
right? 5 and 6, 5 and 7, something like that.
gotta be more than that.
I do want to say the Texans defense is
5 and 7.
is not the one you want to like have like your welcome to the NFL moment.
I wouldn't think so either. I thought they would save him because the week after they play the Jaguars.
That's probably a better like landing.
I
spot.
think though
The only thing is
the
in
Patriots,
Jacksonville
though,
where they want to have it at home, and then
it's not in Jacksonville.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that in London?
It's in London.
yeah.
I just think
Is that a good
the-
place to debut? I wonder. Maybe
think
it
it's-
is.
Yeah, it's the
It
most.
was- bad
You're the Patriots coaches right now,
Neutral
right?
field.
You're the Patriots coaches right now. You're looking at how bad that team was. You can't keep putting that product out there. That's like you have to like at least you want Drake May to have a little experience in the NFL.
I think you want to be horrible. I think it's good. As much as like I obviously don't want to get the tattoo. If you go 1-16, 2 that's what you want.
Yeah, but I think you also need to get your guy some reps. Like you draft this guy 3rd overall.
I say sit in the whole year. What good does it do?
If I was-
He's not learning.
I think you wait a few more weeks.
He's not learning anything.
Patrick Mahomes learned a lot.
Yeah, he
You know,
learned.
Go through
No,
Jordan
but he
Love, Aaron
learned-
Rodgers.
He learned from a guy that was good.
I see what you're saying. So you're
I think it's more like he's not learning anything from the sideline anymore. Like maybe he could have, but like Mahomes learned from Alex.
You don't
Smith
think there's stuff?
Didn't they make the playoffs that
They
year?
did. No, they did.
Yeah, like I don't know.
You don't think there's stuff to learn though, just by being like part of the NFL for a year and
think
like
there's
all right,
absolutely
like
more.
the speed of the
There,
game.
of course is,
There's
but
more
it's
to
week.
learn.
It's week 6 now. We're going to week 6.
But I
It's
think
like-
I think to say like what more can he learn from holding the clipboard? Like it's only been 5 weeks. Like I just think throwing him to the Wolves just to do it. Is
I don't.
like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's just to do it. I think it's also like you
It's
just saw
the
the
team
game they
is
played.
But also get hurt.
The team around
course.
that's what the
Bad.
team around him is so bad.
That offensive line's horrible.
And they're gonna make the switch soon because Mayo was the first time they asked about the quarterback situation, and it was the first time he faltered on. Like he basically, I think his quote was that it's unsustainable was his quote.
They also have a piece of shit on their team.
Oh yeah, was this Peppers guy?
He beat
yeah,
his
that's
girlfriend.
a lot
It
of.
was a woman he beat.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot. I don't
His
even.
girlfriend.
that's-
He's a piece of shit.
I know he was arrested. In case people don't know, he was arrested
true, it's bad.
on Saturday for cocaine,
Bad. She came
assault.
out. It's bad.
Wait, he was arrested Saturday and played Sunday?
He did not play, and he's ruled out.
Okay.
They thought because he was already on the injured list for a shoulder, I believe.
Okay.
And then he was ruled out. Everyone assumed it was a shoulder, but ends up he was arrested in Braintree, Massachusetts, on Saturday for assault. It was a strangulation, and then possession of cocaine.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I did. I mean, terrible. Yeah, that's really bad. I in fairness to me, I'm guessing the Patriots will just cut him. I'm guessing.
You have to.
You have to.
bad.
Marty, give us your final loser, and then we'll do picks.
Final loser.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A little college too, no? Big college.
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, it is funny.
You're right.
It is. We also talked about the game tonight. Still.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about college is this was apple picking weekend. This was like, this
was
game
written off,
sucked.
yeah.
And then this is what always happens in college. Every year when you're like, this week sucks, it's fucking chaos.
This was 07 vibes.
Yes.
This was like 2000, the magical 2007.
Miami had to pull one out of their ass too late.
Honestly, if you go watch the Unnecessary Roughness recap, me and Butman, I would say me specifically, was trashing Miami. We're recording as it's 35-10. That's to be a hilarious watch if you just watch it right now. I'm like shitting on Miami. And I picked Miami to win the ACC at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
They look so bad. I can't believe what they've done the last 2 weeks. Down 17 against Virginia Tech, down 25, and they come back and win the fucking game. And it was at late night, so if you're, I mean, it was at like 1:30 in the morning. Like we had finished recording at like 1 a.m. and it hadn't happened yet. Like the comeback hadn't fully happened. It was the craziest weekend in college football I can remember in like years. Bama loses to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Not only loses,
Georgia. And, like,
not only
gets-
they
gets
didn't
beat.
lose.
Like, gets
they didn't
straight up
lose.
beat.
They didn't lose 17-10 and lose their quarterback, and there was a weird injury, and they got beat.
100%,
And Vanderbilt
flat
put
out.
40 on them.
That was what I said on our recap show. I was like, that was a straight, like, that was a loss.
Yes.
That was like Vanderbilt had Bama had nothing for Vanderbilt's offense. Diego Pavia is the fucking man.
Did you guys see the Vandy fans like run on Broadway basically with the field goal post? It was-
I did see that.
Carrying that thing everywhere. They're
Carrying
still,
it on
Andy
they're
hasn't-
still carrying it around.
Andy hasn't had a good win like that,
No.
amazing win like that in
ever.
I don't think ever.
That is the best win in Vanderbilt
Also,
football
like
history.
they just beat Georgia, who is still probably
Yes.
the best team in the college.
No, they are not. No, I don't think so. From what I've seen, this Georgia team, they ain't the best team.
Who's the best?
I think it's Ohio State, Texas are the two best teams. From what I've seen this year, like Georgia has looked like human a lot. I mean, Kentucky should have beat them. They just lost to Bama where they were getting boat raced. Even yesterday, like they played Auburn, they won. Auburn stinks, and they were kind of like in the game with them for a while. Like
That's Georgia's MO.
I don't think it's very good. I don't think Oregon's that good.
I think
Well, huge test Saturday, right?
Oregon and Ohio State, but like I
They're
don't,
gonna
I don't
smash
think
Oregon.
Oregon. Like I keep betting on Oregon. Like there was first of all, what a fucking piece of shit cover
Brutal
that
cover.
Dude,
was.
I was losing my fucking mind.
Take a field goal, 30 seconds left.
Fuck, John. They kick a field goal 30 seconds down 24.
Yeah. That's somebody.
It was-
I
it was
won
21 and a half.
And it was
They were down 24.
that was that Oregon
up 24. The other team kicked a field goal.
that hurt my soul. It was 31-0
Yeah.
with like 8 minutes left.
Oh, that's rough.
Dead.
It should have been an easy cover. Like I mean, they
And then
unbelievable.
Tennessee just always they got to do it.
They always
And
do it
to
to
Tennessee to a team and a quarterback that got crowned the second coming so fast, so early, because they beat the shit out of NC State, who fucking sucks, like legitimately sucks. And then they beat Oklahoma, who also sucks.
Right.
And then we like, Tennessee's the best, blah, blah, blah. I mean, Arkansas is like good. I think Arkansas is like a solid team. Not great, but not bad. Arkansas is a solid football team. But I mean, to lose that game, and especially the way they did too. I mean, they had the lead. They put like shit in the first half. Then they're up 14-3. Then they blow it. I mean, the SEC is just not as good as everyone thought they were. I mean, I just think it's as open as it's ever been. The only teams that have looked like truly, like I would say, like flawless-ish would be like Texas and Ohio State. Like Oregon almost lost to Boise, who Boise's very good. Like Genty's unbelievable.
Texas throttled.
Genty's on pace to break Barry Sanders records that people thought like never would be broken.
Jesus.
Oh no, the guy's unbelievable. And he didn't play fourth quarter in 2 games.
In 5 games, he has over 1,000 rushing.
Or didn't play a half
in 16 touchdowns.
What year is he?
I believe a junior.
Did he not play the second half in 2 games, or he didn't play the?
This one he didn't play much the second half. He's averaging.
Jesus.
He is averaging
Stud.
10 yards a carry. And he like it's every game. It's like he has like 3 70-yard touchdown runs.
He was minus 4,000 to score a touchdown. What? He was minus 130 to score 3.
Minus 130 to score 3.
And he did.
Crazy.
He scored 3. It did in the first half.
Is this guy going to be good in the pros or no?
He's
going to
Take a
translate
shot on him.
I
Gotta
think-
take a shot.
Oh, I would imagine. Jesus.
I think he's special.
Oh, really?
Like, I think he comes to the NFL next year and is like special.
Oh, wow. All right.
From what I've seen, like last year he was phenomenal. And this year, I mean, the way he just breaks tackles, like, and people say, oh, he doesn't play anybody. He ran for 203 touchdowns against Oregon, at Oregon.
The Giants have a second overall pick. Are you taking him?
No, but he's phenomenal though.
not
I think Genty is like, if you're a team in like the back half of the first
Yeah,
round,
right.
who was like an
You're already probably pretty good.
like an offensive weapon away from like being like a Super Bowl team,
Yeah.
like he's like that's your guy.
Just
That's
put him.
exciting, man.
He
I
is
love
a-
when like good running backs come into the league. It's
he is-
fucking awesome.
He is a special football.
Just put him
player.
in Kansas City right now.
One of the best running backs I've
Oh,
seen.
that's exactly right.
Put him in Kansas City.
Yep.
He truly is unbelievable. Like right now, it's him and Travis Hunter, and it's like because Milrow
Right.
lost yesterday.
Travis Hunter should be. It's him or Travis Hunter.
Genty and
Heisman.
Hunter should be like the clear 2
1 and
favorites.
2, yeah.
Cam Ward is still in the mix.
They're going
I mean,
to drop a game though. They're not going to.
That's what I think. They're going to eventually drop one. Like they're just playing with fire too much now.
Way
like,
too much.
against teams who are like teams.
Yes.
Like they're just bound to lose one if they keep playing like this. They're going to lose to Louisville.
Didn't we do this last year? Like every single Heisman's a quarterback.
That's
Usually
all the teams
Right
have,
now,
like,
it's a
kinda
running back and a
fallen off.
cornerback though.
That's what I mean. It's like is that sustainable?
I think Genty's numbers are going to be so astronomical
That you have to
Can't- let
take
me
that.
that
take
he's
that.
going to just
And
like,
they're going to win that
Ward-
conference.
Cam Ward goes
Prob-
undefeated. It's going to go to him.
They're probably going to win that conference, Boise.
No, if Cam Ward goes undefeated, there's a very good chance he will win it. But I don't
I know what you mean. I know what you guys mean. You're right. Also, Pittsburgh won last week.
No, Pitt looks good.
72-1.
Pitt looks good. SMU, I'm telling you, a sleeper in the ACC.
72-1 to go
SMU.
undefeated.
SMU is the sleeper.
What's the Pittsburgh's next game? Is it tough?
They're all tough, Clement. But hey, they won this one. This was
All right, hey.
on the road at UNC. It's not a great team, but hey, they won. 5-0.
Survive in advance, baby.
See who they have. Who they got next?
Also, it was watching Michigan get smashed. Was the moment where Michigan is so dumb and so delusional. They thought after one drive, oh, Tuttle, we got our quarterback. Fucking idiots. These fucking clowns.
Dave was cheering up. It was just
Tuttle the Conqueror had one drive, immediately fumble.
Yeah.
Next drive, pick. Guy stinks. Their team stinks.
Almost like Dave Jenks.
I can't wait to thrash them. They're just not a good football team. Like
I agree, they're not.
Washington's like a solid team.
But that makes me worry a little bit about Texas. I know Texas like pummeled Michigan, but has Texas had like a win to hang their hat on?
I mean, Michigan would be the one, obviously, like so far.
But you're saying they're trash.
but who, Michigan?
Yeah.
But they still smashed them.
Yeah.
I mean, you go
Right
to,
now, let's be
you go
honest,
to
though.
Michigan and smash
Right
them.
now,
Also,
Ohio
win.
State and Texas, you can say are the best teams, but they haven't had a real test.
Ohio State for sure has not been tested.
No, but
I'm saying they both have it.
We
I
played
mean,
two like solid teams and we just strangled the life out of them.
technically they haven't. Michigan is not a test right now. Like they both have not been
test.
tested. It's a test.
Texas
Going there
Texas
to
is
go
gonna
in there and beating the hell out of them.
It's a half
could
a
win.
test,
It's
We
though.
both have them over the next like few weeks. Like Ohio State has to go to Oregon. That's a test. And then Texas over the next few weeks, they have to play Oklahoma this week. We'll be there, which is like not a test, but like a very
Still a rivalry, a big game.
rivalry
Ohio
and a very
State's
good defense.
really going to have just Oregon and then what, Penn State?
Yeah.
That's really kind of.
But Penn State is a legit. Penn State's a legit.
No, it's not.
You just have to split to make the playoff. Ohio State has to
I
split
mean,
those.
essentially to make the playoff. Yeah,
Split
but
those to make
Yeah,
the playoff.
but
And
they-
they can't
they
lose.
we have
to
bigger
Michigan.
aspirations than that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not just trying to make the playoff.
I agree. I'm just saying.
Trying to win the Big Ten. win the
Fair
whole
enough.
thing.
Fair enough. Any final thoughts, college?
No, but the Saints have money line tonight.
You like the Saints tonight?
I'm on the Saints with the points and
I'm
the
just
under.
on. I'm on those 2 touchdowns parlayed.
I'm going Saints money line. Kamara first touchdown.
All right. You've
Yes,
been
sir.
pretty good with the first touchdowns.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'm just on baseball. Royals money line. It's plus 120. I just like the pitching matchup. It's not even It's not anti Yankees. And then Tigers money line minus 130.
In baseball. I'm on unders in both games. Under 6.5 in the Tigers game. Under 7.5 in the Yankees game. I'm on Guardians money line. Scooble's awesome. I love Scooble. I just don't believe in the Tigers bats enough that I think it's a close game, and I think Guardians end up pulling it out late plus money.
That Guardians bullpen is sick. If they can keep it in line and they get past Scooble, then the advantage goes wildly to the Guardians.
I'm on Tigers and Yankees minus 1.5. I'm a Scooble fucking. I love Scooble.
He's awesome.
Really good.
When his hat starts to go a little like this, he's in it right now.
Locked in.
Phil, any picks? Any troll picks?
Oh no, just gonna enjoy the Mets.
All right.
Day.
Give me a troll under. Give me a troll Mahomes under.
Your troll under hit this week.
He
or no.
He did it to you again, Rico. Look at this.
Worst. He's the worst. I'm shaking my head. Playoff beard going like. It is what it is.
Just
All
gonna
right.
enjoy the off day.
Yankees stream tonight.
Yankee stream
7:30.
tonight. Enjoy it. Hit the music, Phil. Make yourself useful.